Hi everybody, Natalie coming to you live. Um, it's been some time since I've done a morning live video. I started out in the mornings. I don't know if you guys remember those who have followed my live videos throughout the year, over a year that I've been doing them. But you guys, I feel such a spark of inspiration and motivation in a way that I've never felt before. And I'm starting to see this inspiration and motivation show up in the people around us, which is amazing. Hi, Stanley. Apparently you're the only one up this morning, and I haven't really invited people. I guess I can invite some people, see who's up and at them. So you guys, I love my coffee, by the way. So I was like, this obsession over coffee. Let's do a talk over coffee. You guys, I feel very inspired, and I'm going to tell you something. I keep putting quotes from this book, and I highly, highly, highly encourage that you read this book. Okay, I don't even. It's my favorite book, actually. It's an easy read, and it's the Christ Blueprint. And what I love about this book is a lot of it is grounded in the feminine principle, but it also talks about wholeness and how we have to bridge both the masculine and feminine so that we can then experience wholeness. But there are some things that I'm reading in here that are so, it's almost like I'm experiencing the words, right? It's not like I'm reading the words and I'm going, yeah, I get it. It's like I'm experiencing the embodiment of actual words that are coming from this book, which is amazing. And I was like, man, if I could do some readings on here from this book so that you guys can really understand how true this book I don't even know how to describe, but let's talk about passion, right? We talk about the passion of the Christ. We talk about what does that mean? What is passion? And I want to read some of the stuff from this book. And there you can see my roommate in the background. Say hi, JP. You're in my live. Is the wholeness related to sexual intimacy? So Stanley, you keep asking about this question, and I would say talk to me offline if you're needing coaching around something. In terms of that, because wholeness could mean a lot of things, right? And it's really dependent upon what wholeness means to you, right? So the way I experience wholeness is different than the way you experience wholeness. But I want to read some of the stuff about the passion, because we talked about, you talk about the passion of Christ, and all that stuff. It says passion is a force behind this evolutionary shift in the new human being. So when they're talking about the new human being, they're talking about DNA changing, not just the consciousness, but our actual physical our bodies are changing, right? And transforming. And I believe this because I've taken on my health. And I believe that it starts with health. I believe that anything good, anything that we're creating starts with our health. We have to get our bodies right in order to create and generate from a place of total spirit and wholeness. And so how do you do that? You start with your health. You go to the doctor, you take a look, you find out where you're depleted, you drink lots of water, you get a nutrition coach, which I have, to help you balance out all of your body's minerals and nutrients that you need. So passion is life, identifying with the essential basic spark, the will to live, right? The will to live, right? The will to share, to create, the beginning of life itself. Wow. This book is so powerful. This passion is when we seize life, when we want to be here and to be who we truly are. So who are you truly, right? Good morning, bestie. Hi, Doreen. Who you truly are. To be God means we become who we are in our own unique way. So listen to this. This is powerful. To be God means, right? We become who we are in our own unique way. Okay. However, it doesn't say however. It says for God wants us to be individual aspects of the one. Individual aspects of the one. Okay. For that is how we can all fully enjoy what God is. So the trick here, and here's what I see starting to happen. Good morning, Peter. Is that individually, right? And I'm seeing this in my life, and I'm seeing this in New Mexico, which I'm so excited about, right? I love New Mexico. Yes, you need that book, Melanie. Let's connect. Why don't you reach out to me on Instant Messenger and we can connect. I would love to talk to you. That would be awesome. This passion is a will to being, a will to share being. It is the love that seeks the well-being and all the full being of all. It is the action that springs from the deep core of our hearts, from where our hidden goodness arises and shows itself in action, sharing its joy with others in a dynamic manner. Okay, so you guys, what I hear it saying is that we all are individual. We all have our own individual bodies, but we're all part of the one. Okay. Now, I know you guys hear this all the time, right? This is what was spoken over and over and over again. We are one. You are me and I am you, and we are a reflection of one another. Even the ugly parts that we don't want to see, they're in us too. Okay. That's what bridges wholeness, is recognizing that. Okay. Because people don't want to talk about that. However, when people come together and they're up for a common cause, let's say they're working together, and I give a shout out to Raven. I know she's not on here, but what I feel like Encantado magazine is doing is just this, right? It's bringing people together for a common purpose for the betterment of New Mexico. And what I'm starting to see is that people they're letting their egos go, right? It's not a competition. It's not who's better. And if ego comes in the way, guess what? It gets to be pushed to the side. Why? Because we're elevating. We're elevating as a human species, as a human race. And in New Mexico, we're lifting the spirits of the people. And how are we doing that? Well, we're coming together and we're bringing our unique individual talents to the table. So we're saying, what do we have to offer? How can we collaborate, right? Collaboration is so important. And the reason that doesn't happen sometimes is because people's egos get in the way. And guess what? I have an ego. My ego sometimes comes up, but I'm very present to it, right? I'm okay with saying, okay, ego, I love you. I get that you're there and you're cool and everything, and I need you sometimes, but guess what? You get to just kind of sit on the sidelines right now. Okay. I'm not ego, right? My ego is not me. Okay. But it's there and we got to recognize it. And when we start to recognize our egos and say, okay, no, go to the side, and we're going to come together for a common purpose. And I'm excited because I've been meeting with these amazing individuals that are contributing, right, to the magazine. And I talk about the magazine because that's the big part of my life right now. So go subscribe, you guys, because it's amazing. And we're putting out some amazing work. But I've talked with individuals, right? Of course, my bestie, I don't know if you're still on here, but him and I collaborate on creatives all the time. I talked to Jimmy about her and what she's wanting to create. I talked to Gina. I met up with Gina, and she's another contributor. These amazing women and men is Lego with the ego. Lego my ego. That's right, Baldonado. Coming together for a higher purpose, a higher calling, but we all have our own individual things that we're working on, and we're all celebrating each other for the creative that we can bring to the table. And that's what it's about. It's a celebration, right? We celebrate each other. Yes, still here. Oh, good. We celebrate one another. And that's the beauty, is how do we celebrate one another? How do we say, I'm individual and I'm working on my stuff here, but guess what? I love the stuff you're working on. I'm not intimidated or jealous. Why? Because we can uplift together. Okay. So that's that's passion. That's what this book calls passion, the divine passion, right? When you think about Christ, was Christ like, oh, yo, dude, you're preaching my same words. I love it. Is this the book? No, that's not the book I bought the other day, Mama. I've had this book. I've been reading this book for over a long time, but it's very dense. Well, it's not dense. It's simple, but I want to apply it. So I've been reading it pretty slowly. And so, we didn't have Christ being like, yo, disciple over there. why are you saying exactly what I'm saying? And why are you creating? No, that's not how they work together, right? They were like, yo, what's up? Like, we're gonna do this together. We're like gonna go out and we're on a mission and like, okay, so maybe one of the disciples had a different way of articulating it. And you know what? It was celebrated. Why? Because it was the same message. The message was bring people back to wholeness, bring people back to God, creator, whatever you call it, spirit, you know. So again, looking at this book, let's see what else it says. I just want to read some more because last night was on fire just reading this stuff. And I'm like, if I could just give this book or do a reading or something, so people can hear this. The message is huge. And I could feel the energy moving through me, which was awesome. The passion is an urgency to continue evolution. Wow. To grow it further so we can be more of who we truly are. The universe is expanding as we are constantly in every moment. To align to this wave means we continually and perpetually redefine who we are in the order to embrace and expand the highest potential available in any moment. So the highest potential in any moment. Okay. For me, that's what's key, because what does it take to find your highest potential in any moment? That means you've got to be present, right? You've got to be aware. You've got to be awake. If you're sleeping, like, have you noticed when you're driving and like, you're like, how did I get here? Or you just like start going the opposite way, just like not paying attention, right? But you're not present. But if you were present, you would notice, or sometimes you'll be driving and you'll notice something you never noticed before because you were totally present, okay? So that's the big kicker here. You've got to be present so that you can experience your highest potential in any moment, okay? Your highest potential. And that's where possibilities come in. And when possibilities come in and you're able to grab these possibilities, your life can change drastically, right? Like I was talking to Gina and things changed for her drastically, but she saw a possibility, right? She saw her highest potential, and now she's doing a pageant, and that's beautiful. And we're uplifting each other. You guys, New Mexico is beautiful. You know, that's another thing I just want to throw in there because I was thinking about how this relates to New Mexico. Why am I still here? You know, I wanted to move. And a lot of my friends have moved, very talented, beautiful people have left the state because they feel like there's not enough here. And this conversation has to end. We as New Mexicans need to end this conversation. We need to stop saying that we're not enough, that there's crime and it's bad and, oh, it's the land of entrapment. No, you know what? It's not. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. We have so much to offer, so much culture, so much richness. And I love that Encantado and Raven, who's bringing the magazine, is really trying to aspire to create that platform, the connection for all people to be able to articulate the beauty in New Mexico, right? We have such amazing people. We have corazon, right? We have heart. We have love. We have food. I can't eat all that food, but it's okay. We have beautiful, lovely food that if you eat, you might get a little bit. You can't eat a lot of the food that we have here sometimes, okay? In moderation, guys. Just saying. I'm going to throw that out there a little bit. But we have beautiful food. We have beautiful, like, Native American jewelry. We have landscape sites. I mean, we have hot springs. We have Hemis. Come on, we have Taos, you guys. I mean, we have the Sandias. I mean, we have so much culture, so much richness here that the conversation gets to shift, okay? And I'm calling you guys out to say, you know, let's shift it. Let's work together to make this a beautiful state, because it is. And have people look at us as beauty, you know, instead of this conversation of scarcity, right? We're not poor. We're rich. We have so much here, so much. And we're being called. Our generation is being called to change the dynamics and the consciousness of how we view New Mexico. Okay. And I just got that, and I just want to cry when I'm saying that, because I just totally got that I can't leave. And I can't leave because I've been called, right? There's a calling here for me to uplift the people in my state. There you go. There's vulnerability for you guys, because we have such richness, such culture, and such beautiful people. And so you're not leaving my mama. No, not right now, Mom. I'm not leaving because there's a wave happening in New Mexico. And I feel it, and I don't think if you guys know me, I'm an energy feeler. I can feel energy. I can feel shifts happen. I get cosmic downloads. I get readings from the cosmos because I'm so connected in my heart, in my mind, and I call to God, right? I ask for that divine guidance. And what shows up in that divine guidance is a calling, or I'll get a message, right? And then all of a sudden there's a flood of information that comes from that message. And part of it is I'm starting to feel the elevation of our state. And that's huge because I'm an energy, I'm a feeler. I can feel energy. I can feel when it's shifting, right? And need bestie here. You're so cute, Patrick. Yes. Amen. New Mexico can be a base for global expansion in today's technical. Yes. And that exactly. There's expansion here. And beyond the expansion, Patrick, is the spirit of the people. The chains can no longer bind us. We can no longer be bound by the chains that have held us for years, right? For years, we feel this historical trauma in New Mexico. We felt, and it's gone generation after generation after generation. But again, it's like the divine feminine breaking the chains. It's saying no more, no more. We're not poor. We are rich. We are a rich state. And all of our generation is starting to come together and starting to recognize, yeah, we've got to shift this, but we have to be responsible. We get to be the responsible ones that shift this, right? We get to be the ones who step up and say, this is going to be different. So I see a total movement, I feel energetically, spirit first, I feel the movement happening. And I get that I'm being called to do something. And so that's my calling. My calling is to stay here and work with these beautiful individuals. Hey, Kalohe. Hey, Nicole. To work with these beautiful individuals to uplift the people in my own state. And they say that you can't be a prophet in your own country. I've heard that before, and I don't believe that. I just don't. I think that if we are to be passionate and on fire, that we get to be the voice of our community. We get to rise, we get to stand, and we get to speak. And so I'm here to speak, and I'm here to say this book, Divine Will, there's intention. I mean, I could read to you guys all day and talk about what I think about, and then you guys have your own interpretations. But again, it goes back to we are individuals, but we're part of the whole. We're part of the one. So you guys, we've got to uplift each other. If you guys want to get involved in the magazine, if you guys have any questions or concerns, I would say, reach out to me. Reach out to me. There's been a few people who have taken me up, and you know who you are. And I will give my time because it comes from a place of divine will, comes from a place of intention, and it comes from a place of love to uplift, right? So you guys, New Mexico there's an energy shift happening here. I just want you to know that. I'm saying that, I'm speaking it. And that energy is to acknowledge, to love, and to respect the fact that we have a beautiful state, that we are rich with beauty, culture, food, landscape, sunset, sunrises, weather, and that we have enough and we are enough, and we are no longer the land of entrapment, right? We're the land of abundance. And I know the shift is coming. So I am so proud of everybody that's on here. You guys get this book. I highly encourage it. I want to do some more talks on this book because it's shifting my life, and I can feel spirit moving through me because of it. So there you go. That's my little coffee talk. Pretty deep for the early morning. But, here's my coffee. So I guess I got to cheers. Okay. Love you. Mean it. You guys have a beautiful day. Yes, and family, mama. Family. My little mama. I'm so proud of you, Mom. So proud of you. Okay. Love you. Mean it. Bye-bye.